Coming out today, going to be fixing the issue with the underhood temps on the Monte. So it is turboed. It has a lot of heat. Last time I drove it to Lincoln Tech and back, like I said, it was extremely hot under here. So I was doing a little bit of research and exhaust wrap. So that's supposed to decrease the underhood temps, add a little horsepower and all that stuff, performance. So got just a 50-foot roll from DEI, the titanium roll. So this one you don't have to soak in water. You just install it. But I wish I would have seen the chart before I ordered. I was saying for 8-cylinder, it's usually 2 rolls, the 2-inch by 50. I just got 1 roll, and I'm not just doing the headers. I'm planning on the downpipe, the headers, the crossover pipe. So I'll probably have to order another roll of this. But I think to start, I'm gonna start with the downpipe, wrap that, and I was thinking the crossover. So the downpipe and the crossover, if I do those two, I might as well try to get one of the headers in. So I'll start with the downpipe, then do the crossover. Then if I have enough to do the passenger side header, I'll start with that, and then I'll come over, order another roll, and do the driver's side header. But we're gonna get started today, and we'll see how it goes. So got that, got my zip ties, wearing long sleeves. I don't think it's as itchy as the fiberglass wrap, but just in case, I will throw some gloves on, and then throw you guys on a time lapse of me removing everything. I think I have the right tools I need. But yeah, I just don't feel like taking these off again. It's not hard, but it's a little time consuming because I gotta get under the car, get that V-band, get the V-band up here, take the turbo off, take the headers off. So I might just start on this side, do the downpipe and the headers, knock that out, and then let's see how much is left. Start with the crossover pipe, because I might just do half of it up into that little bend or little flex area, and then see how much is left, and then keep going. So who knows, it might, I doubt it'd be enough to wrap all of them, but then again, I don't know if that's for long tube headers or what, the little calculation, but we'll see. So might be able to knock out a good portion of it and then have to just order a 25-foot roll or something, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll throw you guys on time lapse, grab my glove, well, take this off, grab the gloves, and then start to apply the exhaust wrap. Alright, so just got the downpipe off for now, and I'm going to start with that. Didn't notice it's pretty dirty in there. Same thing with the O2 sensor, so I might play with the tune a little bit, but really don't know what I'm doing, so might take it somewhere to get tuned later on. Nothing right away, but we'll see what happens. Have some zip ties, because some people suggest zip tying it when you get it started, and then take the zip tie off after it's done, throw the metal zip ties on. So we'll see if I need them or not. Like I said, I've never done it before, so will be somewhat of a learning experience. So see what happens. Alright, so downpipe is wrapped. First piece I cut for it was a little too short, so This hopefully will work. I think I try to keep it as tight as I can. With the O2 sensor here, it's a little tough to get that crease. I could have cut a little extra pieces and put them there, but hopefully that's not going to affect it too much. But yeah, the zip ties. I didn't get the zip tie tool, but hopefully this should be good enough. Might throw another one down here where I wrapped over it, but yeah. So that first section I took, I looked, and I think the crossover pipe, since it doesn't have all the bends, that should be long enough for that. So I'll wrap that next, and have to determine if that's going to be enough for one of the headers or not. If it is, I'll go ahead and, well, I'll probably wrap as much as I can, and then just order another 25-foot roll probably for the last piece of header. Alright, so downpipe's done, crossover's done. It's not the prettiest, but it's going to work. There's a tool for these metal zip ties I did not get, but I think if I did get it, you're able to get them a little bit tighter. But for now, hopefully it should work. If they don't, I'm going to have to redo it down the line, but we should be good there. I know there's a little bit of fluid on the header, so might be oil. Maybe that gasket in the valve cover isn't set all the way, but got all these off. I figured I might have enough to do one side. Definitely don't have enough to do both sides. I figure this side will be somewhat easier because I don't have to remove the turbo, so we'll see. I'll probably start somewhere around the collector, work my way down this one just to hide my ugly welds. I know they're horrible, but they're functional for now. And then these smaller ones I'll probably do individual. Yeah. So yeah, I might try to wrap these two probably up to here and then split it off. And then this one I'll try to might wrap with these two up to about here and then split them off. So I'm gonna go over to the workbench for that. Here, working with the downpipe and the crossover, I just spin it on here. This one's gonna be a little more awkward, so I'm gonna take it over to the workbench and wrap it and see where we go. But yeah, I'll definitely need a little bit more for this one. Maybe not 25 feet, depending on how this roll does. But I think they sell 15 and 20-foot rolls, so something smaller. Just do this and this little section here. Dump tube I'll leave, but yeah, just try to wrap most of this. So we'll see how this one goes, and then we'll determine how much I need to order for the passenger side. All right, so it was almost enough for this header, almost. Two of the runners, not enough for it, so just looked online. I think AutoZone carries the same stuff in store, so I'm gonna run up there and check. If anything, I'll check to see if they have that tool for the metal zip ties also. So what I'll end up doing is probably just wrapping these two together, and then once I wrap these, then I'll go with the collector, and then we'll just have to wrap the other header. So I think they had a 15-foot section, which I'm not sure if that'll be enough or not, which I'm thinking it should be, but I'll have to double check. I don't think I got my tape measure out here. But you figure that's about a foot, another foot, 2 feet. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. That 15-foot might be enough, but we'll see. I'll see if they have any other sizes up there, but I run up there. They have the 15-foot. If that's all they have, I'll get it and hope for the best. If not, if they have the other ones, at least 20 feet, that should be more than enough. So, yeah, we'll run up there and check, because I think, yeah, we'll probably need a little bit more than that. I think 15 will be enough to do the header, so we'll see. If that's all they have, I'll get it, and I'll do the passenger side, and then we'll see, or have to just pick up 2 of them. But yeah, hasn't been too difficult. Like I said, I wish I could get the zip ties a little bit tighter, but I don't think they're going anywhere. I think they'll hold. Definitely looks a lot better, or it changes the look of it. So hopefully it improves the underhood temperatures and helps out the butt dyno, so feel a little bit more power in it. But yeah, I'll definitely look into the tune a little bit. Right now I think it's running real rich, so we'll see. But yeah, let me stop talking, go grab my wallet and head to the store. All right, so just got back from the store. They did have a little tool for the locking tie tool, so they had that. It's like $8. So got that, and the first store only had a 50 roll. The second store had a 15-foot and a 50-foot roll, and Advance had it for $10 cheaper than AutoZone. So just picked up another 50-foot roll. Should be more than enough to finish this header and the other header. So we'll get to it. I said, still trying to determine how I want to do this one, but that'll probably just be wrapped under, no ties there. And then once it comes over here, put a tie there, tie here on each runner. So yeah, make sure this is nice and tight, and we'll go from there. So yeah, be a one-day project. If I do have extra, I might come in and rewrap this. So that's pretty much full, but we'll see. This one, like I said, I just have to wrap the header, and this section here will be good. The dump tube won't get wrapped. And then I might throw some wrap or those ties. Might put like a screw here or something and tie these out of the way a little bit so they're not resting on the header. But with the headers being wrapped, that should help that problem also. And then organize this. Had to empty that whole toolbox out to look for that socket when I was doing the brakes, but found it. Yeah, I'll put this down. I'll finish wrapping this one, and then I'll throw the time lapse back on once I get that side off and wrap that one. Just wanted to figure out how I wanted to wrap the headers first. It's wrapped. Forgot to put the gloves on at first. Hands started itching a bunch, so wash those, put the gloves on, and hopefully once I get this header off, wrap that, throw everything on, and then wash the hands one more time and make sure none of that. It says it's less itchy than the fiberglass wrap, but it still started to itch after a while, so we'll see. We are making some progress on it, so just have to get this side off. So take the turbo off. I'm gonna try to just set that somewhere so I don't have to disconnect any of the lines, but we'll see. But yeah, that's be a bit of a problem. You see that coolant leak down there, so I don't know if I nicked something while I was taking that off, or it's from, I think it's from that vent tube. Yeah, I think I might have to replace all those. So probably over the winter. Once it's slow, take the whole intake off, redo the whole vent tube setup, and then we should be good there. But that's not what we're focused on today, just the wraps. So like I said, this part might get redone. That tool is pretty handy, but my cutters, they're a little dull, so messing them up just a little bit, but we'll get there. Like I said, I always say it's not a show car, but trying to have it look presentable. So this side, it gets difficult once you get in the collector part, so that's why the other side was all, try to keep it as tight as I could, but didn't quite happen as I wanted to. So this one might be a little easier and difficult at the same time, but let's get this turbo off, get the header off, and see how we're going to wrap it.
Perfect.
Alright, so everything's wrapped. It's not perfect. Still got to cut some of these frays off. It will fray a lot when you cut it. So this one's a little more difficult because it has this opening here, then a crossover here, or the collector here, and those O2 sensors are the plugs for them. Kind of hard to wrap around. You can't quite get all the way up in here, but I think the amount that is wrapped should help reduce the temperatures in here. Like I said, the dump tube, I just left that, so that shouldn't get that hot anyway, or you wouldn't think, but if I do need to go back and wrap it, I can. That should be a lot easier. Just take off the V-band or the clamp, wrap it, put it back on. Downpipe, it's all wrapped. The camera's probably facing down. Let's see. So it's gloves on. So it's all wrapped. That looks pretty good. This one is acceptable. This one, pretty good. Like I said, the collectors, they got me, so it's a little jumbled up there. And crossover, I think, is good. I didn't want to wrap this flex part right here, so I just left that. So with that being left, I figured just a little bit right here should be okay. That'll be facing down anyway, so we should be good. At least lower the temperatures under here a little bit, just a little bit. How I was wrapping them, the position, I'm gonna take a little break, go inside, relax. It killed my back, so I'll come out later and straighten up eventually, because it does make a mess. Like I said, all the frays and everything, as soon as you cut it, it will start to fray, so you kind of want to tuck it under and then wrap around it. So that makes sense. Like, you tuck the end under, and when you start wrapping around it, you'll pretty much cover it up, and you go from there. So the 2 rolls of 50 feet for a V8 or 8 cylinders, so V8. So the 2 rolls of 50, it's pretty accurate. That's all I have left. That's probably for long tubes. If it was just shorties, probably just 1 roll. Long tubes, definitely turbo with the downpipe and the crossover. Definitely 2 rolls of 50 feet, so 100 feet total, and you should be good. Like I said, this is my first time, so there are some imperfections, but like I said, I'm showing you guys everything. Like I said, with this stuff, you don't soak it. It's flexible enough to wrap everything. I think there's a spray you could get that helps hold it onto the pipe a little bit easier. I didn't go that route. I just said, screw it, let's go for it. But it should be fine. And with this being flexible, I think once it heats up, it kind of stiffens up and holds its form, so you can't reuse it. So we'll see if that happens. But yeah, I'm just hoping it cools it down a little bit. Like I said, the cooler it runs, you see a little bit increase on performance. But like I said, it's not dynoed or anything, so just the butt dyno could tell the difference. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I'll come out later, make sure I don't change make sure I change clothes, because this stuff's pretty itchy. My hands, like I said, they're not bothering me anymore, but they were pretty itchy, so I'm pretty sure some of the fibers are in the clothes, so you want to keep that in mind. Probably don't want to hop in your car or on your couch or something, but yeah, stuff me talking. I'll come back out either later tonight or tomorrow, stretch the back out and reinstall everything. Everything's wrapped. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Like I said, it's not perfect. I guess I could still cut these little strings off. It's not perfect, but everything is wrapped. Should help knock these underhood temps down a lot. No, put a little short up. Everybody's like, man, what happened? What happened? Not serious, just some preventative maintenance. So just want to get some header wrap on it. Like I said, it's the DEI titanium wrap. So you pick it up local, you go order it, or you can do the fiberglass route, which with the turbo and everything, how hot it's getting, I was like, let me step it up. So mentioned I did not wrap the dump tube. I don't think that needs it, but if it does, it should be an easy fix. But yeah, I'm trying not to mess with this stuff too much. Like I said, my hand was a little itchy. I don't know if it's from this stuff or little cuts here and there, but we'll get it together. Yeah, so probably just throw it on time lapse. I was talking to my neighbor. I'm like, yeah, it's a little dirty. So what I'm thinking is I'll have to make sure it's set up for the E85 or the flex fuel sensor. But I think next time I get fuel, I think I might get a can of E85 and dump a few gallons in it, see if it makes a difference or not. Like I said, I still got to tweak the tune a little bit here and there, but just getting some stuff dialed in. So let me stop talking, throw it on time lapse, and I'll cut you guys back on here in a little bit. Alright, so it's pretty hot out here. The long sleeves would have been nice. Forearms did start to itch for a little bit, but I threw the gloves on, so hands stayed good. But we got everything buttoned up, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I'm not going to take it out today. It's pretty hot, and I think I'm going to just enjoy the rest of my weekend. So yeah, it's nice and wrapped. I did throw another tie on there, so there was a little bit of a gap, so put another one on there, and hopefully it does the job. So Yeah, I think it looks good. It looks definitely looks better. Looks like it's supposed to be in there. So hopefully it keeps the underhood temps down, and then hopefully it's not melting my wheel well. So we're good there. I know it started to crack up in here, so I don't know if that's from heat or just hitting against it. So like I said, that little section there, probably could have ran a piece like horizontal and wrapped over it, but it is what it is. It's wrapped now, so we should be good. Just trying to reduce the temperature up under here because it was running hot. Hopefully it saves the brake booster a little bit. And then these power steering lines, I'll still find a mount or something here, probably a screw. Just tuck those down just a little bit for clearance. But yeah, it's not hard. Definitely wear gloves, long sleeves, or else you will be itching. Even though this isn't the fiberglass stuff, still has a little bit of itch to it. So yeah, like I said, it's DEI, so just titanium exhaust wrap, about 60 bucks a roll depending on where you get it from. So reduce underhood temps up to 50%. So like I said, I don't have the temperature gun to gauge it, but hopefully it does. And looking at it now, I did forget one clamp, so I'm about to get this pipe on and clamped. So that'll be the last thing I do. But yeah, I think it looks a little bit better. Looks a lot better actually. So I was a little worried about it, but it does hide my ugly welds. My neighbor, he was joking about it. I was like, yay, I'm trying. But yeah, so that's all wrapped up. We're good down there. Yeah, so yeah, but just one of those things, like I said, you don't realize you need until after you drive it and it's hot up under here, like hot. So hopefully this saves the paint, saves the stuff under the engine, or in the engine bay, doesn't melt anything, and we should be good. So next thing I'm gonna do is look at the tune, see if it's ready for the E85, and then I'm not sure how much gas is in it now, but I know I will need some more pretty soon. So we'll probably put some, I probably shouldn't be sitting out in the sun, see it's all bowed up, but put some E85 in here and throw it in the car. Yeah, so yeah, but that's it. Just wanted to keep you guys updated. I know I have those supporters. They've been supporting me for a while. They're always commenting and everything. I appreciate it. So like I always say, if there's any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions you guys have, just hit me up in the comments or hit me up on Instagram, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Like I said, I'm learning this stuff as I'm going. It's my first time doing any type of exhaust wrap, so it's not perfect, but it is wrapped. But yeah, just stay tuned. Have some more videos coming, some more ideas. So yeah, there's always gonna be something. So I'm gonna try to keep at least one video a week. I have about 4 edited right now. This will be 5, so I need to start putting those out. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day.